Hey wrestling fans, this is Jack Taylor with all the Worldwide Wrestling Alliance action. Tonight we're here to celebrate the living legend Larry Zbyszko. But I don't think 03 Capone got the memo. Tonight he takes Larry Zbyszko on head-to-head in Capone's corner. Roller Derby's back, and nobody does it better than Philly. Go to PhillyRollerGirls.com for all the information.
In the back, that boy. Three's in the house. Well, Pearl, what's up? Get back here and take a shower, fat boy.
I got my boy Kage here. One of the most talented superstars on the planet. Nice. Nice. Come on up here, big boy. What's up, Wellsboro? Let me hear you scream. You gotta be kidding me. I said a little bit louder. Let me hear you scream. That's right. Now just shut your mouth so your teeth don't fall out. You see, I was signing autographs over there and ran out of photos like my boy Kage. Now, I don't know the human body too well. I'm no doctor. I'm not even a dentist, even though I play one on TV. I don't know how many teeth are supposed to be in your mouth, but everybody that came up to me, at least two had a full set, so I give you props, baby. Welcome to Wellsboro. 03's not used to this, baby. I bought a Rolex today. I bought an Armani suit. I decked my boy Kage out with some new threads to impress you, and I'm real disappointed out here, but enough about us. We're here for you. I can't hear you. You said you love Walmart? Well, so do I. And baby, I ain't in the mood for no blue light specials at Kmart where I could see most do the shopping all day long. Well, let's forget about this. Listen, we're in the ring here because we got an opportunity to introduce a living legend to you. Now, I gotta give him props because when 03's in town, he brings superstars everywhere he goes. So without further ado, let's give my boy Larry Zbyszko, the living legend, a nice warm Wellsboro welcome. Now let me hear you scream for him. That's it. There he is, the living legend, Larry Zbyszko's in the house. Let's hear him again one more time, Wellsboro! I got to tell you, Larry, I'm 03 Capone. It's a pleasure to meet you. This is my boy Kage. He's well known all over the world, just like yourself, and hopefully someday he'll acclaim to such statures like yourself. Well, I'll tell you what, it's a pleasure to have you here. I got to go back about 26 years ago. You know, it's a pleasure just standing in the ring with you, because way back to 1980, when I was 8 years old and I was sitting in my grandmother's living room watching another organization that you people are aware of. When Bruno Sammartino brought you into this business and showed you the respect and the honor of what it's supposed to be like to be an international superstar and bring you up from when you were green to where you are today. And I want you to know that I used to watch you every Saturday morning, day in and day out, with the battles and all the different people that you've wrestled throughout your career. Some that stood 7 feet tall, some stood as tall as us. I'm really, from the bottom of my heart, it's a pleasure to stand in a ring with a living legend. It took 34 years to be in the ring with you. So I got to take my hat off to you and give you a round of applause to give you the respect you deserve.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
But hold on, I'm not finished. You see, Larry, when I was in the back and they told me that you were going to be here tonight, it really was a sweet, bitter moment that when I thought back to when I was 8 years old sitting in my grandmother's living room on a Saturday morning, and you were wrestling a living legend, actually in the state of Pennsylvania, in Hamburg. We're in the ring with Bruno Sammartino, and I couldn't believe what I saw. You see, what you did, Larry, is you took a chair from the audience and you split Bruno Sammartino across the head and left him laid in the middle of the squared circle in a puddle of blood. And you see, I saw a hero of mine that I'm standing in front of right now that totally ripped everything apart. All the respect that I had for wrestling, all the excitement and wanting to be here. And I saw my idol destroy another living legend that I had so much respect for. So see, that scarred me. And I always said to myself, boy, if 03 could ever have a chance to meet a guy like Larry Zbyszko, it would be such an honor. But from that day, Larry, well, 26 years later, I'm standing in Wellsboro, where people drive pickups without 22-inch rims. They got hubcaps that they buy from a guy that has 2 teeth on the side of the road that picks them up as they go by, and they dingle along the curb, and you see them all stapled up against the side of a shack. Well, see, Larry, you're in my house now. And it took 26 years to get in front of you to do what I'm about to do, buddy. And let me tell you, it's old-timers like you that are going to get a butt whipping from a young...
Whoa, wait a minute. I appreciate the respect. The old-timers and the butt whipping. Cool it down, Tonto.
Cool.
Listen up. You don't understand or realize what you're talking about. Yeah, I hit Bruno in the head with a chair, but you have no idea of the emotions involved back then. You don't know how hard it was to be the protege of the biggest superstar ever. You don't know how hard it was to get out of a shadow of a man whose reputation is still gigantic in the wrestling business. You don't know what a trauma it was for a young guy like me to try to make a name for myself when everybody knew me as Bruno's protege and not Larry Zbyszko. Let me tell you something, Mr. Capone.
That's right.
Well, if you don't want to wind up looking like Scarface, just listen and learn something from the legend. Because you don't know what you're talking about. Little kids may have been scarred, but I was scarred for 20 glorious years. People hated my guts because I stood up for myself. And let me tell you who my biggest fan is today, because we made up over the years. Bruno Sammartino is my biggest fan today because he understands how hard it was to get past his shadow. He understands how hard it was to tell the McMahons to kiss my butt when they were trying to hold me down. So don't you ever criticize me!
You know, kid, we're gonna find out what you got pretty soon. We just go back and warm up. Hey, come on, guy. Shut your mouth. You're lucky you can stand in front of me, buddy, because if I took off my jacket, I was gonna rip your head off. Shut up, will you? Go back to the locker room and freshen up and change into pants. Because if you ever step in the ring with all green again, I'll tear you apart.
Capone's Corner was brought to us by our friends at Pro Wrestling Radio, ProWrestlingRadio.com, WBCB1490.com.